No, you can always use.
Okay, sure. This is okay for me. These are the contents of my presentation. So stress. Stress is nothing but a psychological issue. It's a global burden which is linked to anxiety, depressions, and chronic diseases. Cortisol is a primary stress hormone which is released by adrenal gland via the HPA axis, hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Monitoring cortisol is very much important to know the person's stress levels and how their body is responding to the stress. Traditional methods of cortisol detections are often lab-based, time consuming and requires specialized personnel. So there is high demand of portable real time and user friendly detection system for cortisol. So in this review, I explore the advances in cortisol detection technologies. So stress is highly prevalent. About 35% of people worldwide experience stress, and this stress is major contributor to the anxiety disorders. About 300 million people are suffered from anxiety disorders. Also, the stress is not only physical, it's also its impacts on our economy. About estimated 5 trillion USD losses every year. The next is cortisol pathway. When the stress detects, the hypothalamus sends the CRH hormone to the pituitary gland. In response to the CRH, pituitary gland sends ACTH hormones to the adrenal gland, which is located on the top of the kidney. And in response to this ACTH, adrenal gland secretes cortisol in the body. So these are the sources of cortisol from where we can detect the cortisol from saliva, blood, urine, hair and sweat. For wearable non-invasive type, we can prefer saliva and sweat. The next is need for cortisol detection. If cortisol gets high, it gives rise to the neurodegenerative disorders, cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, diabetes, and oncology. The next is symptoms of cortisol imbalance. What are the symptoms of cortisol imbalance and what are the preventive measures for cortisol? The symptoms are weight gain, hypertension, osteoporosis, depression, skin types, weakness, insomnia, and all. These are the preventive measures. So we can control the cortisol with these preventive measures, like we can take balanced diet, control salt intake, electrolyte intake, then relaxation exercises and sleep routine. The next is cortisol detection method. The first method is ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, which based on enzyme based interaction, which is accurate method, but it is time consuming. It having several washing steps. The next is radio immunoassay, which uses radioisotopes. It is also having high sensitivity, but it requires radioisotopes, so it is not useful for field working. Then last is lateral flow immunoassays, which is portable. We can detect cortisol with the help of lateral flow immunoassays. The sample flows through this kit, which is fast, but the next is chromatographic methods. The first is liquid chromatography mass spectrometry, which is having high precision, expensive, but it is not field friendly. The next is high performance liquid chromatography, which is less sensitive than LC-MS, but it is time consuming. So next is sensor based detection, which is gaining high interest nowadays. So first is electrochemical sensors, which is in which target analyte combines with the biorecognition element and which generates a measurable signals, which is portable, low cost, but susceptible to biofouling of electrodes. The next is colorimetric sensors. In colorimetric sensor, color change, color change reactions can be detected. It is easy, it is smartphone readable, but having low sensitivity. The next is fluorescent biosensors, which is real-time label-free but expensive, and it requires fluorescent readers, which is highly expensive. So next is emerging point of care cortisol platform. We can incorporate wearable biosensors with smartphones, which will give real-time cortisol monitoring. We can integrate this with mobile app and cloud platforms. So it is enables real-time continuous stress monitoring. So next is paper-based diagnostics tool. We can use the lateral flow immunoassays, which is low cost, disposable, and which is easy to manufacture and which is widely used nowadays. Industry and market trends. Cortisol testing market shows steady growth. About it is forecasted that it will go to 1.78 billion by 2034. Then biosensors market, that is variable plus non-variable, having growing rate at 9% CAGR. So my conclusion is that among all these methods, electrochemical sensors stand out the most practical and future-oriented solutions for cortisol detection. So why electrochemical sensor? First is it is having high sensitivity plus good selectivity. Next is it is portable, cost-effective, miniaturized. We can miniaturize or suitable for mass production. It enables real-time point of care or wearable application, which is compatible with smartphone and Bluetooth integration. So from my point of view, electrochemical sensors we can use. These are the future scope. Thank you.